Good morning. Today my phone is off, my Skype is off, and everything else is off. I have my coffee, as you can see here. Maybe you can't. There it is. So I'm set. I suggest you get a pen because this one you're going to definitely need it for. I'll give you a couple minutes and we'll talk about nothing. Hopefully you have a pen. All videos that I do are fairly important and usually give you a pretty good tip. This one is going to be packed full of information, and from what I can gather from writing it up, which just took the last 10 or 15 minutes, it's going to have the most important information you're going to get in a long time. Okay, I'm assuming you have a pen, so now we're going to get started. So what is it about today? Today is about actually building businesses and what you need to do to actually do that, and why most domainers and most website owners fail because they don't do all of the steps that they need to do to make their website or their business successful. Again, it starts out by knowing that you can't open up 10 different locations in 10 different plazas and only go to one and think the other nine are going to be successful as the 10th one that you're actually at. So understand that if you're going to run your own business on the web, you're going to need to put a lot of work into it and a lot of effort, and that's the only way it's going to blossom. So I'm going to go over some of the steps that you need to do, and some of you are going to be surprised at them. We've been developing out through niche websites and dcg.com and webdesigners.ca, and I don't know what other sites I own that are designed for web design. We've been doing about 700 sites a month for customers. And what I'm noticing is a continuing trend. And the trend is very simple, and I'm going to go over it now. The trend is basically that people think that when they put up the website, the work's done. Well, honey, the work's just beginning. It's not done. It's not even close to done. So I'm going to give you I thought I was going to give you 10 steps to get it off the ground and make sure it becomes successful. But it turned out when I started writing them all out, I came up with about 18 to 20 of them. So we're going to go through some of that now. So get that pen ready because it's time to start writing. So I developed out, everybody knows, I think, well, not everybody, but most people know that I'm big into cord banking. Have been for a while, been doing it for a year and a half. Sorry, thirsty. And it's been growing and growing and growing to the point where I've partnered with a lawyer and we've purchased our own, or in the process of finalizing a purchase of our own cord bank and cryogenic storage facility. So we've got a lot of customers that are coming in, and we plan on growing that exponentially. And there's a lot of business opportunities for those of you watching the videos. And we can talk about that later on in the video, but let's get to it. So Alabama Cord Bank, it's ranked #1 out of 2 million sites. Well, wow, yay. That means all my work's done. I can just stop and move on to the next one, right? No, not right at all. Florida Cord Bank. Wow, that's ranked #3 out of 9 million sites. Well, that one must be really great. Wait, it's time to go down the roller coaster and just forget about it and go on to the next business and I'm done. No, not right at all. Really, at the end of the day, that's just where the work starts. It's where it begins, not where it ends. And most domainers think that's where it ends because you got ranked for a key term. It's got a high PCC. It's got a high CPC, and you think your phone's gonna ring. Well, it may. You may get 1, 2, 3, 4 calls a day. You may get 4 calls a week. You may get 4 calls a month. And you may be happy with that. But I'm not. I actually want to build a business. So I set up usacordbank.com. That started to do well. And then I bought all the other cord bank domains I've been holding for a while. And now I'm building them all out. So each one of those cord banks, like Alabama Cord Bank, Ohio Cord Bank, Florida Cord Bank, whatever they are, they're all going to be different businesses. And I need people to run those businesses. We'll get into that more in detail as we go. Because I've got about 6 or 7 different lead gen businesses that I'm going to need some help with from some people, and most of them don't need any cash layout at all. So It's just basically, I need you to run the business, make it profitable for yourself and profitable for me. So let's get back to this. So who cares? In order to develop a website, you need a business plan. And most people in the domain world forget about this and they just build a website because they like the name and they think it's great. But if you don't have a product or a service or an ebook or something that you're going to sell, that's not a business. That's just a site that you're putting up for your own benefit. And it's not going to accomplish anything. You need to have 4 or 5 ways on that site that you plan on making money. That's why you need to have a business plan. So before you even get started with designing websites, go ahead and set up a business plan and make sure you know how you're going to make money. I have people call me all day that tell me they're going to put up a site, they want to spend this much money, even if it's $1,000, $400, $500, but the leads and the revenue are just so small it's not worth it. I go back to my limo thing where I've got limo.ca, which is a really valuable domain name, but every lead I make may make me $10 to $20, and frankly, in cord blood, I make up to close to $6, $7, $8, $900, $1,000 per closed sale. So what are you going to concentrate more on? So I've left limo alone, and I'm working on my cord blood stuff. So without a plan, without a business plan, you're wasting money building out sites. If you fail to plan, like they say, you might as well plan to fail because you will. Just building a website and not telling anyone about it will never make it successful. This works in the real world too. If you put up a store and you don't tell anybody about it, well, good luck getting customers, and you may get the odd walk by, but that's about it. So here's my opinion, and a lot of people won't like it, but too bad. This is factual. I've seen it. I've been developing sites out now for months and months and months, and domainers are very lazy. Like I said, we've been developing out 700 plus sites a month for a while now for customers, and you and they need to understand that having a site built and even optimized for on-page SEO is just step one of many. It's not the end point, it's the beginning point. If I make a recipe, and by the way, I'm no cook, I can barely make toast. If I push it, maybe I can make Kraft dinner, who the hell knows. Try baking a cake and only following step one of the recipe, and then serve it to your guests. Cake no turned out good. This much I can assure you. And same thing for business. Step one only, build a site, put it up there, tell no one about it, and expect people to come in. Business no turn out good. So, once your site is built like Alabama Cord Bank and Florida Cord Bank, that's when the work begins. Even if you rank number 1 for the term, you still have 18 or 20 other steps you need to do to make this business successful. So we're going to go through some of them now. For some reason, I started this list with step 2, so I'm just going to start there. I guess step 1 is knowing that you need to do more than just put up the website. Step 2, get articles written with backlinks and submit them to all the major article sites. Make sure it's relevant content and make sure it's content people are going to want to read. Don't just make it advertising material. This means creating author accounts at eZine Articles, Find Articles, Go Articles, and a few other places. Now there's automated tools that can do this for you, like My Article Robot, which I'll put at the end of this video, which is good, and it's a good tool and it works. It's one of the better ones out there, and it also spins the articles. Number 3, get on Fiverr, spend $5, write a script, give it to somebody, and get your videos written. Now find somebody you like that looks like they represent your business or company fine, send them the script, and for $5 they'll do a video about your business. Take that video and submit it to over 200 video sharing sites. I'm sure you can find software out there to do that, or you can just send it to the main ones like YouTube and Vimeo, and I don't know what else they are. There's a whole bunch of them. So that's number 3. Number 4, use a company like PR Web or free press release companies, and there's about 50 or 100 of them out there that will do free press releases for you, and submit your press releases about your business and include the video that you just made, because people prefer to watch videos than press releases than they do just to read them. So make sure your video is part of the press release. I use PR Web. It costs, I think, about $199, something like that. But I get 15,000 credible backlinks with high page ranks, because these things go to newspapers, TV stations, and other blogs with good page ranks. Number 5, go to answers.com or similar sites and search for questions related to your business and reply and leave a link in the answer. Or reply and say, hey, if they're looking for a good cord bank to use, hey, I used Alabama Cord Bank. I stored my cord blood with them. I got my package in the mail, sent it off to the cord bank lab. Everything went fine. It's all stored, and I feel great. I feel really comfortable doing it. You can do things like my sister used Alabama Cord Bank, or Florida Cord Bank, or Texas Cord Bank, whatever you want to say, and we were very satisfied with the results. Change it up a little bit. Don't answer the same thing all the time, or it's going to look like spam. Do the same thing on forums. Look for things that are relevant. If people are asking about, do I really need to store cord blood? You say, yeah, I did it. It worked. Cord blood actually treats about 200 to 250 diseases. And if you store your baby's cord blood, you can actually use it on any one of your children. So cord blood storage is good for about 23 and a half years, they say. So you definitely want to get it stored if you can. And I know a lot of domainers that know about this and have actually stored their cord blood. I won't mention their names, but they overpaid because they didn't know me. Some of them are paying as much as $2,800 a year for it, and with me, it's about anywhere between $400 a year and $600 or $700 a year. A lot cheaper, good quality, and you get the message across. So go on forums and answer questions about whatever your business is. Do the same on blogs that relate to your product or service. Again, leave relevant answers so they don't get deleted. Number 8, advertise your product and service on Craigslist, Kijiji, Backpages, and get the word out about your business, because nobody else will. Nobody cares about growing your business but you. So get the word out there. Find local classifieds or whatever you can if it's a local business, and get those out there and get that information out there so people can find you. Number 9, find partners and affiliates that will make money and give you more feet in the street. Get the word out. I'll go back to cord blood. I can't do it all. I have 50 states now and 10 provinces, I think it's 10 provinces, that have cord banking sites. I'm looking for people to run those state sites, take those leads and convert them into sales. I'm also looking for people to take cities, because I can't even go after every major city. I just can't. It's impossible. Too many leads, too many people to contact. I'll go more into detail on who to contact and how to contact it for cord blood later. But you get the idea. Set up affiliates, find partners, get people to promote your business, but make sure they're making some money in return or they're not going to bother either. 10, post product or service reviews on your service or products on the web. So find places where you can post your business, get pinned on, number 11 is get pinned on Yelp and Google Places. And let people find you, and then let people post reviews about your business, or you get people to post reviews about your business. Go to Odesk. For $3 an hour, you can hire people, and they'll post reviews about your businesses, and they'll post positive reviews on blogs. They'll do a whole bunch of cool stuff for you. I've used them before, and it's worked out very well. Number 12, get a toll-free number and forward it to your cell phone. And one of the biggest misconceptions is, oh wow, I got a business, I need a call center. You don't need a call center. You need to understand what your customer's calling about and why they're calling, and answer all of their questions and all their objections, so you know how to train a call center 3 months or 4 months or 5 months down the road. But for the first 3 months, I know it seems like a lot of work, but answer your own damn phone, take the calls, and build your business. You should be seeing a trend here. Number 13, stop trying to push away work. This is your business. Be passionate about it. You want it to grow, because if it grows, your revenue grows. There's another one I'm going to throw in here. Don't start another business until the first business you start gets off the ground, or until you realize you made a mistake and picked the wrong business and you can't make it successful. Then try something else. But put some effort into it and it'll probably be successful. Number 14, if it's local, hand out flyers or contact local companies and see what you can do. It's your local business. So if you're running a pizza chain or whatever the heck you're running, give out some samples. Call companies. Tell them I'm doing printing. Here's some free business cards, or do something. Do something to get your name out there. I mean, it's very easy. For core banking, again, we'll go back to that because it's a simple example. I can offer to do business cards for the doctors. I can offer to do business cards for the OBGYNs, and on the back I can say, interested in storing your cord blood? Call us. Could save your baby's life or any one of your kids' lives. I mean, there's lots of things you can do. Come up with unique marketing strategies to make you successful and get the word out about your company. So that's the flyers part. Number 16. Gonna have a sip of my coffee while you guys rest your hand. Number 16. Set up your Facebook and Twitter accounts for your business and answer questions related to those things. So on Facebook, on Twitter, make sure you don't just set them up. Start posting relevant information about your business on your Facebook and on your Twitter page, and you'd be surprised how you get followers. Sure, you can go to Fiverr.com and buy 100, 500, 1,000 likes for like $5 or $10 or whatever it is. But ideally, you want to build up the traffic to your website with people that are interested in your business, not fake people that are just coming to like your page because you pay them to. Monitor those social networks that you set up, like Facebook and Twitter and anywhere else, and answer questions if they relate to your business. Always leaving a link so that people can find you or people can get a hold of you, or leave your contact information. Doesn't matter how they get in touch with you, you want your phone to ring. I said this already, but get cards made and go out and socialize and tell people about your business. So go to your other local businesses. Tell them you'll help promote their business if they help promote yours. And that's how it works. One hand washes the other. And then it's just a matter of the same old expression: rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, over and over again. It doesn't stop at the end of these 18 or 19 steps. Building a business, successful business, has no endpoint except retirement. And you don't get to retirement unless you've made a lot of money. And you're not going to make a lot of money if you think you're going to put up a website and leave it alone and people are going to come flocking to you. You haven't even given them a reason. So I hope that's pretty clear. If you think posting a website and doing nothing will make you rich, which is what a lot of domainers seem to think, even if it's ranked in number 1 out of 10 million or 9 million, that's not going to do it. No business anywhere works like that. So get off your ass and build your business. Or don't expect it to last and don't expect it to grow. So those are my 19 messages. Let's go back to my cord blood sites just for a second, just because they're a good example. Since they rank so high, what needs to be done next is, again, I got to find partners to take cities and states because I can't go out all over the place, and have people own cities and states and let them make a shitload of money, because there's a shitload of money to be made in this business. And here's what we need to go after, and this is just for core banking. You'll have to think about how it relates to your business and redesign your plan based on what will grow your business. So for me, I want to get all the family doctors involved in all the states and provinces, in all the cities, because when a woman does a pregnancy test at home, the next thing she does is she goes to the doctor. And she wants to find out if she's actually pregnant through a blood test or urine test or whatever they do. I think it's a blood test. And then they're told, yes, you're pregnant, or no, you're not. Usually if the test at home showed positive, then they're going to be positive in the doctor's office. So the family doctor is the first contact with the pregnant woman, the first chance to get my message out that cord blood storage is good. It's good for you, it's good for your baby, it's good for your family. After that, they go to their OBGYNs or their gynecologists. Another step where we can contact OBGYNs in each state or each city and have them promote our business. And then you can go after people who teach Lamaze classes, because they're full of pregnant women, and usually they have 20 to 30 people in each group. I have 4 kids. I was forced to go to Lamaze class for the first one. I'll never forget it, partially because I ended up missing some of the hockey playoffs and I was bored out of my mind. It was completely useless and had no bearing on anything when it came time to actually have the baby. So I didn't push, I didn't do any breathing, I didn't do anything. All I did was order pizza and have it waiting for me in the room. By the fourth kid, I had the pizza upstairs and ready before I even got there, so I had it timed perfectly. So that's Lamaze classes. Waste of time, but a good source of revenue if you're trying to get people to store their cord blood. Midwives, people that help deliver babies are good. Nurses and hospitals are good. And the list goes on for each state and each city. So why would any of these people bother helping you? Well, because for every closed referral that we get, we give these people $100. So any family doctors, any OBGYNs, any Lamaze class teachers, any midwives, any nurses in hospital, any other people, any referrals, there's a chance for them to each make $100 if we close a sale, which we do most of the time when the phone rings because we know what we're talking about and because we know we're more competitive than everybody else is out there. So you need to also, another big point, and I've been through this with 3 or 4 people in the last week, you need to know your competition. You need to know where they're making their money. You need to know who your top organic competitors are, and you need to know who your top SEM competitors are. And you need to outrank them as far as rankings go. But more importantly, you need to have a better product or a similar product that's priced cheaper or more reasonable than they are. And you need to be a salesman. You need to be able to sell the product. So if it's $200 more, $100 more, you need to be able to explain why. So learn about your own business. Too many people that I've asked lately come into a business and I ask them, who are your biggest competitors? They don't know. I asked them, what's the most popular 5 or 10 products or one product your competitors are selling? They still don't know. So what do? I send them away and I say, go do your research because I don't know how to build this website for you or what products to choose if you don't know. So go do your research and understand what products you want to promote on these websites so that you can build a profitable website with a product or service or ebook or some sort of other thing that you're going to be able to sell. But if you don't have any of those things and you're just putting up because you like the domain name, you're not going to sell anything. You need to have a product or service that's going to get people interested and make them want to buy the product, service, or ebook, or could be anything. Any widget you're selling, just make sure you understand why. You're not going to compete with the Sears on washers and dryers. You're not going to compete with Amazon on books, but you can still add books to your website if they're related to a product. But generally, Amazon pays like crap, and they've cut out so many states lately that, well, there's no point really using them because you're not going to sell many products through Amazon. So at the end of this, it's build your business by doing this and a lot more. And don't stop because that's where it all begins. So I hope you got some valuable information from this video. I know I got some valuable information putting together the video because I do a little notepad thing to make sure I get all the key points in. I don't really rehearse these things because I'm pretty passionate about them. I know it needs to be done. The problem is domainers don't. And you're not going to be able to build out more than one website properly at a time because it's a business you're building out. It's not just a website. The website is nothing. The website is just an entry point for customers to find you. But you need to go out and get those customers and make sure those customers can find you and drive the traffic to your website. And it never stops. It never stops. So don't think it does. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm in the mood to do quite a few more today, so expect a few others. I'm looking down just to see my last notes. Feel free to add me to Skype as usual, adam.dicker on Skype. Also go to theartofthename.com. That's theartofthename.com. And in the upper right hand corner, you'll see a subscribe button. Enter your email address, subscribe to the blog. That doesn't get you any emails except when I post new videos, and then you are notified by email that, hey, Adam Dicker posted a new video. If you want to go watch it, watch it. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it, but subscribe, and feel free to contact me if you want to build out any businesses or have us design websites, but know that it's going to be you that's going to build the business. And that's about it. And I hope you got something valuable out of this video. Thanks a lot and have a great day. And I will see you at the next video.